ASMR podcast.
Daddy got his juice.
Your favorite ASMR podcast where Daddy always gets his juice.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'm DJ.
I'm Gage.
Everything but the cats.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
We have, it's not a new theme song, but we've got a song kind of in the works. By that I mean AI wrote a song for us. And one of the key lyrics is everything but the cats. Yeah. And that's us. So we're Everything with the Cats. We are the show that is going to talk about every single thing under the sun. Think of a thing, we're going to talk about it. If you're thinking of the cats, you're real funny. Not going to talk about that. That's the one thing we're not going to talk about. Anything else, fair game. Any episode format, any topic, any like form of media, on it. We're that guy. And like I said earlier, I'm DJ. This is my best friend Gage. And today, Gage, what are we doing?
So today, because this episode's going to come out in the middle-ish of baseball season, we're going to be doing a tier list of the Major League Baseball team logos. Now, I have set this up. I'm probably going to make a version that we can share in the description so that you yourself can fill it out and save it, and you can see how we do this. But we're going to do our best to agree on every single one of these. And we've got the current 2024 logos for each team. And our tiers are in the top, we have World Series champs. In the second tier, we have home run. Third is base hit. Fourth is strikeout. And fifth is literally a letter. We're probably going to be a little bit generous, maybe, with a letter here or there, if it looks particularly cool. But I speak for myself. DJ, how familiar are you with Major League Baseball, the current teams, who's doing well, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would have played in the Major League if the coach would have put me in at state and I hadn't torn my shoulder skin. So I pretty much know baseball like the back of my hand. But I'm always wearing a glove, so I don't know my hand that well. So there's that. In short, Gage, no is the answer to whatever you ask. You asked how well do I know all of this?
Yeah.
No is the answer. I like a good John Boy video every now and then, if that means anything to you. He does like breakdowns on like different things, and is a lip reader. So he'll do like when people get ejected and like the coaches come out and like yell at the umpires, like he'll do lip reading of that, like actual lip reading, not like bad lip reading. So good stuff. All in no.
Okay. Have you ever been to a professional baseball game?
Okay, so yes is the answer to that. I've been to 2 or 3 Royals games in my time. The first, I was in elementary school, and the Royals did an event called School Day at the K, where a bunch of elementary schools came in. They played against the Oakland Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they played against them, and I thought as a kid that like the peak of coolness was to like be kind of contrarian and like make sure that everyone knew that everything sucks. And so we had to like write about our experience at the game. And so I wrote down something along the lines of like, yeah, I looked out the gate to watch the cars because it was more interesting than the game. And then the next year, when the time was coming up, like around the same time that they would have taken us to the game, they're like, yeah, we decided to not go to the game because like some students complained last year. And I was like, what? Like, my actions have consequences? I liked it. This sucks. What the heck? And we didn't go to the game. So that was that. And then I went once. I don't remember how they got tickets, but somehow back when I was dating Maddie, her family had tickets, and I got to go with them to watch a game. And don't remember very much about it. So I'm not a huge fan.
Okay.
This is clear.
It's not. It's not my favorite sport to watch. I remember being at a World Series party, like our sophomore year of college, at College Heights, or at their college age stuff.
Really?
That was kind of fun. Um,
Hmm.
I have been to a handful of Royals games because, like, my grandpa's best friend always gets season tickets, and so we would
Hmm.
just go. Um, when I lived in Nashville, I went to a couple Nashville Sounds games, which are technically like the league below MLB, AAA, but those were really fun too. And I went to one Springfield Cardinals game, which is again like AAA.
Hmm.
My dad was a big baseball player, so it was something that like I've always watched to a degree, like tangentially, um, but definitely more of a soccer guy. Um, but as far as this season goes, all I know is that I think I know who my dad is rooting for, and I'm pretty sure that's the Washington Nationals.
Hmm.
That's all I really know. But
Hmm.
other than that, I don't know a lot. So, what we're doing is we're going to be ranking these teams not based on how good the team is, not based on our perception of the team or any of their players or anything like that, purely based on the logo. Um, so, that's all I've got. Do you have anything you want to say before we dive in?
This is related, unrelated. So you've got the Athletics, right? Who go by the A's.
Mm hmm.
Uh, and I learned recently that there's like one of the more commonly known basketball teams is a nickname, like that they go by nickname. So the New York Knicks. Do you have any guess what that's short for?
Nickelodeons.
The New York Knickerbockers. I'm 100% telling the truth. You can look it up. Their official team name is the New York Knickerbockers.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm kind of a fan in my own way, in its own way. Okay. I'll take it. Um, okay. So for starters, the first one we have is the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now,
Hmm.
this is one that I was kind of talking about. It is literally the letter A,
Hmm.
but it's a
But they
little
did
more
some
than that.
they did some wiggles in there.
Yeah, they got some
I mean, a Diamondback.
yeah. It's got diamonds on
I
it.
I would let it be a notch or two above, literally just a letter.
I'm feeling like base hit minimum. Like I'm thinking
Yeah.
base hit. Base hit's solid for
Yeah.
me, but I'm
Love it.
saying like top of base hit potentially.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have the Atlanta Braves, which I don't really have the full thing. For some reason,
It
it
just
didn't
says
translate.
Braves.
The Atlanta
Uh
Raves.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Is that like a
Okay.
tomahawk?
So for my logo for them, which I've probably got an older logo, let's go back to the MLB page. Ignore me, because for them I just have a letter A. Even on the MLB page, I've just got a letter A.
See, I've got just a letter A on the MLB page, but when I was on the page earlier that was just their logos, it says Braves and has like the little tomahawk or whatever, hammer
Sweet.
or something.
I'll let him be base hit then. Oh heck.
Okay. Like yeah, base hit's fine. It's something other than just a word, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um
And we've got our first Grand Slam or whatever the top one is coming
World
up.
World Series champ, the Baltimore Orioles.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. Like that's here's the thing. It's a mascot. It's got a face and it's not just like letters. I
Now
like
take
it.
a look at that guy and see if you can Like, you know what an Oreo is, right?
Yeah, it's a cookie. It's Milk's favorite cookie.
Yeah, and that's what that guy looks like.
No, it's a bird. It's a type of bird,
It is
right?
a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is World
All right.
Series champs for me.
This MLB page has really let me down.
Same, because like for the Boston Red Sox, I've got a pair of Red Sox.
I had the letter B.
Yeah, that's showing up on the other one I have too. Um,
Tell you what, I'm just not even gonna look. I'm gonna look at the little pictures I see here.
so the Boston Red Sox, we got a pair of red socks.
I think that's top notch, in my opinion.
Really? I'm thinking home run, maybe.
I saw where you were about to put it.
Well,
You
you
were about to
said
put it in just a letter.
no, I wasn't.
Man.
Um, I feel like
No,
go ahead.
I love that, like, the idea that they're all sitting around a table in some super fancy office. They're like, all right, so we're the Red Sox. That's us. Like I'd love to see the meeting where they got to that. But like they're like, all right, it's settled. We're the Red Sox. So what should our logo be? And some guy says, now I've got this cousin knows how to draw socks. Any color. You name it, he can draw socks in that color. And I was thinking, we're the Red Sox. Let's get this guy on some red. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, and there it is.
Yeah,
I would accept. I would accept a lower tier, but I just respect it. It's like a punch to the gut. Like it's you
yeah.
know what team it is.
I'm fine with home run.
Great,
I'll take it. I don't want it in World Series champs though. I've got
that's
like
fair.
maybe two others I'm putting there. Chicago
hmm
Cubs.
They've got a nice logo.
I like it. It's
Yeah,
spherical.
that's the highest form of praise you can give something. I remember watching the World Series they won. I think it went to Game 7.
Hmm.
And I remember watching Game 7 in Boatman Lobby with Ryan Baker,
Hmm.
who has been a Cubs fan his whole life. And then they like catch the last ball or hit the last home run, like whatever it is that they win the game. And he starts crying and like calls his mom so that they can cry on the phone together. Which it might sound like I'm making fun of him, but I'm not. Like
Hmm.
it was a sweet family moment to witness.
Yeah.
Um, just a letter. Just kidding.
I mean it's okay. I really do like
Yeah.
it, and I like most Cubs
Yeah.
like memorabilia clothes. I have a Cubs shirt because I did an internship in Chicago, and there's another
Mhm.
Chicago team that I don't have any memorabilia from. So that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah. I'd say at least home run then.
I'm thinking home run.
Yeah.
I'm almost feeling like put it above the Red Sox
Yeah.
personally. Okay, now we've got the Chicago White Sox.
Okay. Now, obviously, this is more than just a letter, but the fact that they've got socks in their name and they're not just socks, that feels like just a letter tier to me.
No, that is definitely just a letter. Uh,
Boom.
it's not even like spelled right.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have the Cincinnati Reds, which
Like the
is
chili.
either just a C, depending on the one you're looking at, or it's a
hmm
C with Reds written inside of it.
Creds.
Creds.
Tell you what, just to really punish the White Sox, let's put it the tier above.
Strikeout. Okay, gotcha. Um, now we have the Cleveland Guardians. Uh,
They used to be the Indians.
they did used to be the Indians. I actually really like this logo. Um,
I can't see it.
it's like a
Describe it to me.
it's like a baseball with a capital G on either side of it with wings coming off the back of the G's.
Oh, that's pretty sick. That's because it looks like a pitch. That's
That's pretty sick.
wow. I'd move the Oriole down a notch, like just to
Really?
make it clear how good of a logo this is. That's sick.
Okay. I mean, I'm okay with that. Like, I love that logo. It's so cool to me.
It's a great logo. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shame that it's Cleveland. I don't. So it's the big Gen Z thing, or like Gen Alpha, Gen Z thing, to like be into like dissing Ohio. Like,
Hmm.
Ohio sucks. I want the record to show I've been doing that for the past like 15 years. Like I did it well before it was cool, and I'm not gonna stop just because the kids are doing it.
It's like me with the French, uh, which is maybe a weird reference, but the French. We don't have a
The
single listener
French.
from there. Okay, Colorado Rockies or Colorado, whatever. Rockies.
Colorado.
Colorado. It literally a letter.
Yeah,
It's CR.
yeah.
Like that's they didn't even do anything
Yeah.
cool with it. Like now the Detroit Tigers, however, that's a
Hmm.
fancy looking D.
If I had a nickel, um, I'd have a nickel. So
Yeah.
I'd say we put that up in the third tier up.
Base hit.
Yeah, it's a very fancy D.
It is it is a very fancy D. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. Now we've got the wait, no. I need to put the Rockies in front
Hmm,
of the Sox.
you're right.
Um, so now we've got the Houston Astros. I think their logo used to be cooler. They rebranded, and this is what they came up with, and it's okay. It reminds me of like when Manchester City rebranded, and they used to have
Mhm.
like the coat of arms with the eagle on it, and now they have like a circle with a sailing ship on it. Um, and I do like the
Strike
Manchester
out.
City logo. I have the flag behind me, but
Hmm.
yeah, no, I'm thinking strikeout. I do think it belongs above the Reds, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Kansas City Royals.
I feel like the added little bit of like the shield and stuff, whatever the banner, whatever that is,
Yeah.
I think it knocks it up above Arizona, like
Yeah.
into home run territory.
I'd say bottom of home run, top of base hit is where I'm
Yeah,
feeling. So I'd say, yeah, bottom of home run. Uh, I like the Royals. Not enough to watch them play, but
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you live 8 hours away.
I do. We have a baseball team in Memphis called the Memphis Redbirds, and they are the feeder team of the St. Louis Cardinals, which we'll get to in a little bit.
Hmm,
Uh,
interesting.
but their logo is almost exactly the same sometimes. Other times, it looks like a bird who's ready to just knock your lights out. Like it's got fists, and I love it. We should do like AAA teams later. That might be fun because they have some cool
Mhm.
logos too. Like the Nashville Sounds, they have some really cool logos, I think. But yeah, so now we've got the LA Dodgers, and it's the word Dodgers with a baseball going up from it.
The Reich.
I'm feeling like top of strikeout.
Sure, we can even put it bottom of the next one up.
We could. I don't think it deserves that.
Great.
Then we have the Los Angeles Angels.
I think this one goes like bottom of home run.
Really?
A little halo on that. Like it's just they took a letter and ran with it.
Yeah. And they really haven't ever changed. Bottom of
I,
home run. Gotcha.
or top of the other letters. I like the idea of one letter getting to break out, like
We
kind of
have
making it in life.
we have two letters that are already broken out.
They don't count.
Yeah, they don't. Um,
That's the secondary letter pit.
I think it's funny that like of the letters chosen, the one that's the most common is A.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Stands for
Yeah, the which is the most common noise made in the sport of baseball.
It's true.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with the Angels being here. I like that. Um, okay, now we have the Miami Marlins.
Mm. I get close again.
I'll take the mouse off of it.
All right, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
It's got an actual marlin, and the marlin is like
Yeah,
curved around a baseball.
that's pretty sick.
And I love the font for Miami.
Hmm.
I'm going World Series. Like,
Love it.
I'm putting it up there with. So really, the key to us is it's got to have some kind of an animal feature and a baseball.
Yeah, go ahead and put the Orioles back up there.
Yeah, Orioles, you're back. We are so back. Um, okay, so now we have the Milwaukee Brewers, which it looks like theirs is a bat, like a glove with a ball in it. Um,
That's World Series to me. That's a joke.
I feel like this is base hit.
Love it.
Like it's cooler than the Astros by far as the circular
Yeah.
logos go. It's not as iconic as anything in home run though. Like
Uh huh.
these are iconic and that like they're
Yeah.
great. Like everybody knows the Cubs logo. Red Sox makes
Yeah.
sense. The Royals, that is an iconic logo. Uh, I'm going.
Angels is there too.
Yeah, Angels is there too. They got a halo. Uh, of the letters, the Angels are the coolest.
Yeah.
So now we have the not Milwaukee, the Minnesota Twins.
Why is there a C on
Why
there?
is there a C?
Twins.
I need to
Twins.
look that up real quick. Um, oh, Twin Cities.
Ah, that makes sense.
I think.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, that's got to be it.
yeah, Twin Cities. Okay, that makes sense. This is the bottom of the bottom for me.
Love it.
um, okay, then we have the New York Mets. That is a cool logo.
Gonna Google it.
It's got a baseball with Mets and the New York skyline in the baseball.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
Uh, did you know that it's actually short for the New York Metterbockers?
I thought it was about. No, you're just pulling a.
I'm lying
Yeah.
to you.
It's got to be like Metropolitans, right?
It's gotta be.
It's got to be.
I'm gonna Google something, and then depending on what it says, I'll say what I was Googling.
Okay. I don't know if we're on the same website or not, but this has the phone number for the stadiums that each of these teams plays in. And the New York Mets play in Flushing, New York.
Ah, I Googled, did the Mets logo change in 2002? And results are inconclusive.
What? Oh. It's kind of like how Jenga sales drastically dropped in 2002. That's an actual thing. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
did, which just kills me every time I think about it or hear it. But
I'm
for
glad
the
that they dropped. Because what if they doubled?
here's the thing, I feel like I'm more surprised that they haven't skyrocketed in the last five because of all the jokes.
Uh-huh. Now that it's a safe joking topic.
It's not, but it is.
Next episode is gonna be our 9/11 episode. You might think we're gonna do a detailed run through of like the history, the theories, all that. Nope. Come ready for 2.5 hours of the best 9/11 jokes you've ever heard.
You heard it here, folks.
Anyway,
Roasts are
sorry, the
awful.
Mets.
The Mets.
Yeah.
Where are we putting the Mets? The Metropolitans.
Um, I this is a pity vote only because I feel bad for all that we just said about them. Let's put them in home run. I think.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking home run. Because it is a really cool logo. I don't think
Yeah.
it's as iconic as the others. It has a lot going on, but I like it.
Yes.
Then we have the
I want the record.
Yankees. Oh, go ahead.
I want the record to show that we're not going to make 9/11 jokes in our next episode, and 9/11 was a very bad thing. just just so everyone knows the team we're on.
Yankees.
Hardly know.
I, I I actually really like this one specifically. Like
Uh,
that's a cool logo. It's got the baseball bat, the hat, and then Yankees written across. I mean, that's cool. I
it has a baseball, you say?
it does have a baseball. I kind of think this goes in. This is either the top of home run or the bottom of
Yeah,
World Series.
that's where I'm thinking. Let's put it in World Series. It can be our like diversity higher.
Yeah. Now we have the Oakland Athletics. This is barely
That's a
more
letter
than
to
a
me.
letter. Like that's barely more than a letter. It's the
Put
top
that
of the
thing back where it came from.
it's the top of
We're
the
still having.
tier, but it's
Yeah,
literally a letter.
yeah.
Um, okay, then we got the Phillies,
Home
the
run.
Philadelphia Phillies. I like this. It's got the
The
Liberty
team
Bell.
name is a hard strikeout.
Oh yeah, team name alone bad. Logo pretty
But
cool.
yeah,
Uh,
you excited for more letters?
where do we put the Phillies though? Like, you think bottom of home run? I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. Some of these are very intentional with the order I'm putting them on here. Most of them are
Yeah,
not. Uh,
yeah.
okay, then we have the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Arr.
Literally a letter.
Mm-hmm.
The San
A nice letter.
Diego. It is a nice letter. It's not nearly as cool as the Detroit Tigers though.
No,
Um, then we got the San Diego Padres.
looks like a letters to me.
Looks like letters to. I don't even like. Yeah, sure, San Diego, but like Padres. That doesn't make me think Padres? I don't know, like fathers.
Yeah, there's nothing quite fatherly about that logo.
No.
Like it should be like a man holding a baby in his arms or something.
Yeah. Something. I don't know.
Something.
Now we've got the San Francisco Giants, which is a baseball that got partially cut out with the word giant written across it.
Let me get a look at this. Giants written on it.
Giants, yeah, plural.
Plural.
Giants.
Tell you what, it's a nice baseball. Base hit.
Okay, yeah, I'll take base hit. Seattle Mariners, which is a compass. I really like
That's
that.
great.
I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
Send it.
Where where are you sending it?
Put it in the top row. And end of the top. Maybe right above the Yankees.
Okay. Yeah, I like that one. That's cool. It doesn't make me think of baseball. Um,
No.
wait, no, there's a little baseball in the middle of the compass.
I knew it belonged.
Oh, it does. Now we have the St. Louis Cardinals. This might be one of the more iconic logos.
Yeah.
And that might just be because of how successful of a franchise they've been during my lifetime.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, I know they
And
didn't, but it felt like every year in middle school and high school they won the World Series.
I feel like it also helps that we're in kind of a so we're in a pretty like MLB rich area. Like there are a number of teams for us to choose to root for, whether that's St. Louis or like obviously the Royals or the Cubs. And so I feel like going to college, there were enough people that were from like this side of it that I definitely saw more Cardinal stuff than anything else.
I saw a lot of people that were from very far from the area still being like St. Louis team fans, like even the Blues
Hmm.
for hockey,
That's true,
which is
man.
interesting. I feel
Imagine,
like that's a name that belongs with like Memphis.
imagine having the power to pick anywhere in the U.S. to support as like your team and choosing St. Louis.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd say home run.
Yeah, I think this has to go. I'm even going to say this goes like above the Royals
Sure.
cuz like that
Uh,
is it is pretty iconic.
for any of our friends who are listening that care about that, sorry.
Again, this is not our opinion of the team itself
Yeah.
or their players. This is not us saying they're better or worse. It's just the logo.
Tune in next week for our 9/11 episode.
Um, then we have the Tampa Bay Rays. They used to be the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and like meaning like I think Stingrays,
Mm.
maybe,
And then
maybe.
2006 happened and it wasn't cool anymore.
Do you know that's when they changed?
I think that's when Steve Irwin died.
Oh, see,
2006.
they kept the name Rays though, but it turned into more like a like light rays is kind of what it turned
Yeah.
into.
It's their way of keeping their heritage.
Yeah, but also they weren't great when they were the Devil Rays, and when they turned into the Rays, they immediately started playing better. And my dad always was like, "It's because they took the devil out."
Mm.
Um,
Amen.
amen, right? So Tampa Bay Rays.
They changed their name in uh, 2008 after the 2007 season, probably after their year of mourning Steve Irwin.
Mm, makes
Uh,
sense.
it was that the new owner got a bunch of phone calls about people complaining about the word devil. So
Checks out.
yeah, it's literally just some letters.
Yeah,
So I'd put it the notch above because it's multiple letters.
yeah, yeah. I'm down with that. Texas Rangers.
Looks lettery to me, dog.
Yeah, I mean it's a big T
It's got a gradient. That's cool.
in a baseball. Texas Rangers around it.
Oh, it does have a baseball. It's not a gradient. It's just a gradient because it's so little. Um, tell you what, base hit is where I stand.
Okay, I will go with that. Do you think it's better or worse than the Giants?
Better.
Better. Okay, because I think it does go. I don't
Yeah.
think it's as good as the rest, but I'll put it over the
Yeah.
Giants. Okay, and then we have the Toronto Blue Jays.
Home run.
Yeah, there's no baseball in it, so it doesn't belong in World
No.
Series for me.
No, we should have called the top one has a baseball. Like
Has the
bottom is literally just
baseball.
a letter. Top one has a baseball.
There'd be more in has a baseball. And then
There
the
would.
Washington Nationals.
That's a bit more than literally just a letter.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's in the same, like, it's literally the Oakland Athletics, but with a different color scheme and a fancier looking
Yeah.
W.
I'd put it up in strikeout.
Yeah. Do you think this is
Right
better
there.
or worse
Oh.
than the Houston?
Worse.
Worse. Okay. Okay. So this is our ranking of the Major League Baseball logos. This is going to be probably the shortest episode we ever put out.
We'll see.
We'll see. Uh,
We'll
uh,
get desperate as time goes on.
Shortest one so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, shortest one so far. I think we've
Unless he
only.
includes all the 9/11 jokes.
I'm including most of them, probably.
That was the best one.
It is the best one, but
You you should include. I'm probably gonna cut and like the like bleep one or whatever, and then
then just keep them all in.
that's funny. No, and then that was the best one. So they have to wonder
Yeah.
what the best one was.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so this is our ranking
Hmm.
of the logos. I am going to do my best to make a version that you can link to and that you can create your own. If you do decide to create your own tier list, go ahead and save it and send it to us, and maybe
Yeah.
we'll like share it in the next recording session that we have after this drops, if we get a few back. Um,
Hmm.
because we would love to be able to do that with you. Uh,
Yeah. That'd be great.
but that's what I've got for you today.
You know
Did
what
you?
I've got
Oh, go ahead.
for you? A crush. Whoever you are listening out there, Angela, if you're listening to this, a crush.
Like the soda?
Sure. Not like a romantic affiliation. I need my baby. Compare.
Compare. Mine's hairier.
And
Makes
older.
and older. Mine's an old woman at this point. For those of you who are listening and not watching, I was holding my cat up to the camera.
Who is not one of the cats.
Yeah, she is a very specific other kind of cat.
Yeah, a good cat.
Yeah,
Not that the cats are bad cats. I've got nothing else to say while I can keep my fingers intact.
she's one of the good ones. So,
Anyways, we've been everything but the cats. Thank you for listening, for sticking it out with us for this long. You're a saint, probably. Um, yeah, thank you. Huge thank you to Adam Ward for our intro music and Jacob. Oof. Jared Scrother for our outro music. Big shout out to AI for another song about us that's pretty good. That maybe in the episode, maybe it won't be. Who knows? Um, Huge shout out to my mom for giving birth to me. Well, C-section. Um, for having me excised all those years ago. Um, Shout out to my dad. You helped, I guess. Um, I personally want to thank um, just like the concept of deodorant. You really did wonders for me just throughout my life. Like you've helped me out a lot. Um, Huge shout out to televisions. You know what you did. And of course, I want to thank my friend Gage. Do you have anyone you want to thank, Gage?
yeah, I want to thank everyone who like consistently listens. I mean, like
Mhm.
Garrett.
Uh, yeah,
I mean, there's so many of you.
yes,
It-
yeah. No, it is humbling how many people actually choose to listen to us.
yeah.
Like you guys are good friends. We appreciate it. We want to talk with you on an episode sometime.
Hmm.
So if you're interested in that, let us know. We would love to talk to you. Don't go to the website and fill out the contact us form because it has been literal months and I still have not made it.
I was gonna say I don't. Is there a contact us form on the website?
Sure isn't.
You can send us a DM on our Instagram, which I'll put on here, like what our @ is. You can do it on Twitter too, but I check that once a week. So, um, or an email at nocatspod@gmail.com. Also gonna be linked in the video or something like that. But yeah, if you like what you see, like what you hear, please consider following, subscribing, rating, commenting, all of the above. If you leave a review or leave a rating, that just helps us with the algorithms on the listening platforms, and comments and likes help us a ton on YouTube. So whatever, please. And if you do particularly enjoy us or think that you have friends who will as well, please share us. We would appreciate that a lot. But even if you don't, and even if you're just here to listen and to watch, enjoy for yourself. We appreciate you for doing that and for being a part of this journey that we're going on. But as for me and Doug and DJ, this has been every cat captive.
I wish. Go thank yourselves.
Dude, great guest idea though.
Doug Welch.
Or any of them, like all of
Uh-huh.
them. Just have all three of them on and do every cat captive.
That's funny. I don't think we'd get them.
That's a joke that 5 of our listeners get.
Uh-huh. Are we still rolling?
Yeah, I'm quitting.